Here you go, guy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's April in Utah. We have our first KBF state challenge, and I'm getting ready. Gonna go fishing. Gotta get the dog food, though. Gotta bring the dog. Ah, she's fat. You know, you gotta just do it. Got home early a little bit from work, took half a day so I could pack up and go. And one of the things for me is just, you know, it's a lot. You gotta get organized, get the trailer hooked on, and you know, it's pretty time consuming, and it's still a learning curve for me to get all this hooked up and be safe and get my poles in there and not forget anything, and you know, drive 5 hours to southern end of the state where it's not snow and rain and wind. Well, let's say it's probably rain and wind, but not snow. Anyways, I love this trailer. It's very easy to move, but still, it's a lot, you know. So I always lock this just in case, you know. I don't want anybody to go and mess around with my trailer while I'm not there, either on the back of the car or something like that. And got to get the old senior arthritic dog. Oh, we're quite the pair. Hey, are you ready to go fishing? Yeah? We're gonna go. Yes. Good girl. Well, it's time to go. Hitting the road, Jack. So it's quite the storm headed south. It's sort of my one window. We've had a snowstorm, and apparently the next day is going to be possibly no storm in southern Utah, and then another storm's coming in. So heading south. This is gorgeous. You can see little wildflowers in this valley. Winter driving conditions for the next 154 miles. That's great. But yeah, this is my first state challenge for KBF, and I'm very excited about this. Try and get a bass in my first KBF state challenge. Woo! Look at that rainbow. I am not a good early bird person. I'm a night owl. But hey, sun's out, fun's out. Time to go fishing. So as you can see, I've got a little contraption going here. You know, I try to do a little smarter, not harder. So I've got the landing gear on the back of the Native Titan, and then I've got just a regular cart under the front. So once I get that all loaded up, if I want to just wheel it to the ramp, it's really easy. I just pull it like a big old shopping cart or a wagon. Anyways, we're at Sand Hollow and Kayak Angler Confession. I have been trying on and off since winter to catch a bass here, and I've come close. I have lost some really big bass, but that's all I've managed to do is I lose them every time. And so I got a brand new fishing rod that's hopefully I can feel the bite. They do a little taste test. They don't really hit it very hard, so hopefully I can maybe catch something. And I'm starting to feel a little cursed at this lake, but we'll see. With the storms, like every other day, it makes it a little hard right now, so it's hard to know what's going to happen. I also love these wheels because I can just throw them right in that cargo hatch and go. And so then if I have to get out of the lake somewhere and I need to pull the kayak, it's just a little easier. They're not a big deal. Boom. So here comes my classic move. I'm really good now at casting without opening up my bail there. Yep. Luckily I didn't lose it, but pretty good at losing it. My brand new rod. I got a little distracted. Here I'm on this little side of an island, and go figure that the first time that I'm out here, there's a triathlon or something. So I came out to this island, and all of a sudden a huge just throng of swimmers came through, and I'm not joking when they actually came and swam right over where I was trying to fish, like right between my boat and the rock. So I gave it a try over here. It was quite windy. I tried to stay on the backside, but I don't have an anchor, and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get an anchor for the wind, because I was just blowing everywhere. And then, of course, as you can see, some waves. By the end of the day, I was rocking and rolling. Like, I was sitting at home and I could still feel the waves. So that was sort of interesting. But yeah, I tried here for a while. But if you see up on this little hill to the left, there's a guy up there, and I guess some of the swimmers got tired or decided they were just going to bail on their race, and they started jumping and diving into the water from the rocks. So yeah, fishing right there was done. So I decided I'd better head elsewhere and try different things. So I wasn't getting any nibbles on the jigs, and frankly, the more I think about it, it was probably just the giant gaggle of triathletes swimming through the water that really just scared all the fish off, and the cannonballs for sure. The cannonballs did not help, but I switched to, this is like I think it's live target of the spinner bait ball. This like 3 little fish and a target fish with little flasher, and I'm a little sucker for anything that has flashers on it. It works just as well in the store as it does in the water, right? It attracts women and fish. But I thought I'd give this a try. But I worked my way all up and down the shore, all along the bank with this, and to no effect. No one wanted to have anything to do with my fancy bait ball. So it's now been a couple hours, and I've switched back to a jig. It's a Buckeye lure flat top jig with a craw trailer, and I've had good strikes on it before, and I'm fishing pretty deep because, you know, they say time on the water, it's all about time on the water. Well, I've spent a lot of time on the water on this lake getting completely skunked. I've tried everything, and everything all winter has been deep, like 40 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet, 50 feet. I used to got a strike at 50 feet. And things warmed up a little bit, and then the storms came back in. So apparently the week before, this was 70-degree water in some spots, but it's back down to 55. So, and the water clarity, it's not so great. It's a few feet. So I'm about 25 feet in here, just trying to jig and praying, because it's been a few hours now. But you never know. And I just cast all up and down this shoreline, and go figure, by the time I turn my camera off. Oh my god, I got one. I actually got one. My curse is broken. Look at him. Yay. Here's a pro tip. Try and learn how to use the donkey leash before you need to use it. I can't figure out how to open it at all. I don't know. By some miracle, I managed to do the right combination on this contraption, and there, I got it to open. Because I read you put this on the fish, and then supposedly the lip won't come out and it won't hurt it, and you put it in the water and you get it to like chill out before you can get your measuring board, because I made the mistake of having my measuring board and they're all pissed off and they actually jump out of my boat. So
look at him. That one. Oh, don't go away.
So I've been struggling with the actual taking of the shot of the fish. Mainly when I get the phone out and I'm in a rush. I don't know what it is, but my phone will rotate even though I start... Let's put the phone underneath all our tackle boxes and then you can't get them out. But I hold the phone up and I take the picture and then I would go upload it to Tourney X and it would be upside down. So I've decided to try and like I take the picture and then I turn my phone upside down and take the picture, and I take it a bunch of different ways because I'm not sure why it's upside down sometimes and isn't the other. I don't get it. So there's my hog trough here, and then this is like not easy. I just feel like I'm just waiting for a disaster every time I go and measure these fish. Okay. I sort of tuck this in and the girls. My personal flotation device plus personal flotation device. All right. And yeah, again, how does it open? Like, I don't know how to get it to open for this darn fish. I feel so bad for it. I'm such a noob. Someone needs to put arrows on this contraption because it's still like beyond me. Like, oh my goodness, how do you get it? Its mouth, just close the mouth, and then you can't. I gotta move my finger, so I try to get my finger like on the fish, but not on the gills, but like next to the gills, and then there's like this whole light thing. And will my phone be upside down?
Capture.
So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. This is really wanted to share, you know, sometimes it's a lot of work and effort just to get one. I got 3 fish that day. So 3 fish after being skunked for nearly 4 months. 1 for each month almost. But this meant so much to me because this was my very first fish as far as the kayak bass fishing tournament. My very first KBF bass, and I've been trying for so long all winter, and it's such a learning curve to get into kayak fishing and, you know, get your kayak and go there and get in the water and find the right depth and all that. It just takes a lot of practice. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope that this helps other kayak fishermen if you're feeling like you're just not making any progress, or it's too hard, or it's frustrating. But I'm just telling you, it is so much fun when you can finally put all the different formulas together and you get a fish and you put it in the boat and get to take the picture, get it uploaded. I really enjoy it. So thank you so much. If you're enjoying my channel, enjoying my videos, please subscribe. I'm a complete noob. I'm gonna just share the naked truth of my experiences with you. So thank you so much. Bye bye.